Okay, everybody, welcome back. This video is going to be about using STORE, once again, the STORE strategy. In the previous videos, we've explored some uses of STORE, and we saw some basic expressions that we were able to test for equivalency using the seed numbers here, 5, 6, and 7. And in this problem, I just wanted to go over what you might think of as kind of the advanced STORE. It really isn't any different than regular STORE, so you don't have to call it advanced. But I call it advanced because look at this expression that they want us to do. It has a fraction, it's got exponents on the top and on the bottom. I think this might be intimidating to many algebra students if they looked at something like this. So that's why I call it advanced. Okay. If you have been practicing the STORE that we've been doing, though, you should be able to do this problem with almost no difficulty. Okay. And let's take a look at what we need to do to get this done. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, of course, look for my keywords. And right away, I see the keywords expression and equivalent, which means that I can consider this to be a STORE problem. Okay, 99.9% of the time, that's accurate. And then here I have letters. And hopefully you've been practicing this trick when you do your own problems, where you write down the letters that you want to substitute, X, Y, and Z, and you put your STORE arrows right away. This helps to keep things organized, guys, because in this one, I start off with the number 5, which we've practiced in other videos. Then I'm going to follow up with the number 6, and then I'm going to follow up with the number 7. Remember, I see 3 letters, X, Y, and Z. They are different letters, and therefore I need different numbers for each one. So that's 5, 6, and 7. Those are the numbers that we believe are the safest numbers for you to use. So let's check this thing out and see what it looks like. Now, maybe you would like to try it. So if that's the case, please pause the video and give it a try. See if you can figure out this advanced STORE problem without help. Okay, so hopefully you paused the video and hopefully you were able to successfully get a magic number for this and match it up to one of these answer choices down here. If you were not, then we're going to review it right now and you'll be able to see. First, we need to get a magic number for this. So we're going to go over here to our little dictionary or all our little STORE values, and we're just going to store them up in my ti-nspire. So I'm going to go over to my calculator. I'm going to say, okay, I'm starting a new problem, so Control N, enter. 5, Control Store X, enter. 6, Control Store Y, enter. 7, Control Store Z, enter. Okay, so remember that this is the part where we fill up the calculator's brain. And we're telling the calculator, when you see an X, I want you to think of a 5. And it's acknowledging that. It's acknowledging that. So these 5, 6, and 7 that it gives you are not your magic number. Please keep that in mind. Okay. Let's go back to the question. And I see here an empty fraction. I see an empty fraction, or I see here a fraction, not an empty fraction. I see here a fraction, and I'm going to need to put in a fraction on my calculator. If you don't know how to do that, there's a very easy way. You just press the control button and the divide button. And now you can see, now I see an empty fraction. There's a little box on the top, there's my little fraction line, and there's a little box on the bottom. And guess what? I'm just going to put inside this box on the top, I'm just going to put the top of the fraction from my question. And on the bottom, I'm just going to put the bottom of the fraction from my question. All right, so let's see what was on the top. X to the 5th, Y to the 6th, Z to the 7th. Okay, so let's try that out. X to the 5th. Now, look, I'm still up here in the exponent. That's important to point out. If you keep typing right now, you would continue to be in the exponent, and you don't want that. So push right to get out of there. I forgot the expression. Y to the 6th, Z to the 7th. Y to the 6th. Get out of the exponent. Z to the 7th. Okay, get out of the exponent. Then we're going to go down to the bottom. And to go to the bottom, you just press, you use these keypad up here to navigate around. And to go to the bottom, you just press down. Okay, now I have x to the 6th, y to the 5th, z to the 2nd. X to the 6th, y to the 5th, z to the 2nd. So I'm going to copy that in. X. If you haven't done strange exponents, guys, you can use this little button right here, the little caret, to go up. And we said x to the 6th, and then move over. Y to the 5th, and z. What was z? Z was to the 2nd power, which I'll stay consistent using the caret. There we go. Okay. And you can see that just like we've practiced, my x, my y, and my z are all bold, which is perfect. I push enter, and now I get a very strange magic number. Oh my goodness, it looks so strange. But that's okay. I am simply going to copy this fraction. Okay? I am simply going to copy this fraction. 100,842 on top and a 5 on the bottom. Okay. 100,842 over 5. Okay. So that seems like a strange magic number. And many students might be nervous to get something that weird. But as I've said in previous videos, it does not matter what comes out. It is just a matching game. So we're going to literally match up this fraction with our answer choices. Okay, so let's take a look. X to the 11, y to the 11, z to the 9. Okay, back to the calculator. And we'll try to go a little quickly. X to the 11. Whoops. See what happens when you go quickly? X to the 11. Y to the 11. And z to the 9. Okay, I press enter. I got an insane number here, but it's still fine. This is not a match with this, so I can get rid of that. That does not match my magic number. So right away, I know that this guy is eliminated. Okay, let's go down to B. X, y, z to the 5th. Okay. X. Let's get back in there. There we go. X, y, z to the 5th. And now I see that my letters are not bolded, guys. They are not bolded. And again, if you press enter when they're not bolded, you're going to see this error. So what do I need to do? Well, hopefully you learned in the previous video, I need to go back and put times in the middle. And that fixes pretty much everything. There you go. X, y, z to the 5th. Now I'm going to get a magic number. Okay, 504210. That still does not match my fraction that I got. So now I know this guy is no good. X to the negative 1, y, z to the 5th. Okay, x to the negative 1. You are allowed to use negative numbers in exponents, guys. Y, z to the 5th. Y, z to the 5th. I keep doing this deliberately, so hopefully you guys are catching me that I'm not bolding the letters. What should I put here? Of course, the answer is times. And I press enter. What's this? This looks familiar. 100,842 over 5. And what's this? 100,842 over 5. So this one was a perfect match. As you can see, even for crazy exponent problems, or what you could call a crazy exponent problem, it's very simple to find the answer using STOR. So here we go. There's my correct answer. That is equivalent to all of that because this matched up with this. All right, guys. We'll probably do at least 1 or 2 more STOR problems in the near future, and I look forward to seeing you for those videos.